All right, come on in. I'm gonna give y'all time to jump in these comments. Come on in. Welcome. How's everybody doing today? We are back. We are back with another one, and I am very grateful and fortunate to have you guys here with me. It is Thursday, December 12th, a little past 5:30, and that means it's time. It is that time again. So if you're returning or just joining for the first time, this is See-attle with Sippi, a fresh perspective, a fresh take, if you will, on Seattle through the lens of yours truly. And I think this is our 7th episode. So let's get into it. How's everybody's week going so far? My week is going great. Ready for the weekend. And we are a week closer still to Christmas. Same dirt, different shirts, snar. I see my cousin checking in from Miami. So if you haven't already, please let me know what your plans are for the holidays. Jump down there below in the comments and let me know. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of the holidays for personal reasons, but the older I get, I find myself revisiting memories from my childhood, and namely, or more so, the holidays more than anything. And so I'm going to set up this next question for you. As you probably already know, I went to Pontywood School. As you also may know, it was a boarding school in Mississippi. So I would come home for the holidays. And when I would come home from the holidays, I had a extended family in Atlanta. They're actually from Mississippi too. It was the Expos family. Randall and Tammy Expos. They took me in and loved me unconditionally, like one of theirs. I love you guys. But they also had 3 boys, Tavares, Tad, and OC. And me and Tad were super close. We were like, best friends. And I had a lot of friends growing up. But if you know how it goes with your parents and friends, my mom didn't necessarily love all of them. She had her favorites, and Tad was definitely one of her favorites. So which brings me to my point. How you doing, Deacon Janet? Thank you for checking in. Thank you, Deacon. Welcome. Which brings me to my point. I was watching a meme on Instagram, and it was this guy, and he was trying to have a sleepover at one of his friends, but he had a super strict mother. Shout out to Murtis. I hope you're in the comments. But he had a strict mom, and he knew it if he asked, she was gonna say no. So he would get his friend to go ask. And Tad was definitely that friend for me. If I had to ask my mom for something, like to go sleep over or go somewhere, look at her, she in the comments, talk about she loved Taz. These are facts. If I needed to go somewhere and I knew it was going to be a no for me, I knew it would be a go for Tad. So I would enlist Tad to go ask. I mean, I don't know. He always got a yes. He always got the job done. So if that was the case for you guys, please let me know that you have a go-to friend that your mom just couldn't say no to. And if so, let me know who those friends are in the comments. Come on in, and thank you guys for joining. We're going to continue, if you tuned in last week, the dating panel, and where I'm going to bring in people who give their perspective on dating. And last week I had a bachelor join us, and he's returning this week, and I also had the opportunity to corral in the married guy. So I'll have 2 of them joining me here shortly, but I decided to give a few of my red flags in dating, since Breon always say I duck and dodge questions. So let's do it. We're gonna open up my guests by giving you guys my 3 red flags. There's 3 of my red flags in dating, and the first one is, that's not my name. Okay, and that's the misuse and abuse of pet names. I think that pet names are something that should be mutual. In my experience of dating, if someone started to call me bae or baby, sweetheart, unwarranted, it was a red flag. What is Breon saying? We all used to come together as a group and we asked by ourselves. It was, oh yeah, Miss Annette didn't play. Okay, so so yeah, my mom was the same way. My mom she was ready for me. So anyway, first red flag is the misuse and abuse of pet names. Early on, heavy with the bae and baby. I don't know. It gives me the ick. I don't know how it goes for you guys. That's a red flag for me. Red flag number 2. is, hang on before I get to red flag. My aunt said, y'all funny. My mom hated all my friends, but I was the go-to friend for my friend. I could see that because you know what, I love me some Aunt Mary's. I could definitely see that. Your mom is my mom's mom, so that's probably why my mom was so strict. So yes. All right. So red flag number 2 is where's the fire? The where's the fire flag is for those new daters that rush the process and skip the steps of dating, and want to commit or move in together right away. In my experience, I found out that that's a red flag because where's the fire? What's the rush, right? And my third and final flag for the day is the L word. This offense is for the dater that feels the need to toss around the L word right away after a few days of dating or weeks, if you will. I love you. I love you. I love you. I would love for you to stop. Huge red flag for me. Gives me again a bad feeling. So those are my 3 red flags. Saying I love you right away, wanting to rush the steps, move in right away, and also the first one was the pet names right away. Brian, what you got? My red flags is the youngest child, someone who talks aggressively with their hands, someone who gives less than 10-second hugs. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. So, all right. So, just keeping in spirit, on topic, on subject with the dating series. Those are my 3 red flags. So now we're gonna get into our guest for today, man. We have the Bachelor joining us again from DC, Kendall Breeze Weston, and we also have the husband, the coach, and also the author joining us from Atlanta, Georgia, Marcus Taylor. So welcome guys, welcome guys to the podcast. I think both of you guys are muted too, by the way, because all right, there you go, Mark. Breeze, welcome back.
Hey, what's good? I know it's hella loud in here, so what's good, everybody?
So listen, man, I can't find a better representation for the Bachelor than Breeze. It's his second time checking in with us, and the second time he live and out and about on the street. So Breeze, thank you for checking in with us. Marcus Taylor, thank you for checking in with us, man. You guys don't know Mark is a coach in the Atlanta area. He is at the husband that's going to be featured on our panel, and he's also an author, man. He also wrote a book on dating, man. So you guys jump in the comment and greet those guys. Dana's checking in. She's saying hi, guys. Um, my auntie agreed with all my red flags. We'll get back to that. So I don't know where do I start? Breeze, I think you got a little bit something to offer for me tonight. Give me some perspective on the bachelor life. I just gave my 3 top red flags in dating. Let me hear what you got.
So I got 3 things with Bachelor. I think we were talking about dating before, so I think it's 3 types of dates. I think it's the coffee date, the museum date, and the dinner date. And I'm gonna keep it quick because it's loud in here, like I said. But with the coffee date, what it does is it gives you a chance to go in, have a quick conversation. You got like a 15 to 30 minute time frame in there. If you liking it, you can keep it going. But if you don't, you can get out of there. The museum date or an active date, as my homie told me right here, sitting here, is basically a chance for you to actually experience the vibe with someone, right? You can go in there, you can experience the vibe, but you can still do this, between the hours of 12 and like 6, and you can get out of there if you need to.
Okay.
Second part is a dinner date. I think that's after you kind of felt the vibe. You got a little opportunity to kind of like fill each other out and make it happen. And if you like it, you can stay. But at the same time, when you go on a dinner date, I think that's more commitment. But in my opinion, I think those are 3 types of dates that I use. And the second part is, be honest and be truthful. That's the third thing, I guess. Be honest and be truthful. Keep it a buck, right? If you out here single, be single for real. If you're not, you know, say that too. And yeah, just
Okay.
enjoy yourself. So that's what I
Okay,
got.
so the recap is 3 simple dates for you. You got the coffee date, the museum date, the dinner date, and those are the 3. That's a nice way to break it down. Hang on, my mom got a question for you, Kendall. But hang on, Uncle Ellie, you said what's up to everybody.
What's up, E?
My mom said, Mark, they can't hear you, but I think it will once you start talking. My mom said, Kendall, she wants to know, will you ever consider marriage?
I mean, if it happens, it happens. I never cross it out. And CP, we talked about this before,
We
right?
did.
I don't X anything out the box because I could wake up tomorrow and CP and Mark know me. Mark, what's up, bro? But they know me like I might wake up tomorrow and I'll be like, hey, bro, I found the one. And I don't think they would be surprised. They'll be like, that's a breeze move. So I don't count it out.
For
But
sure.
right now I'm just living and I'm just, I think the more I'm honest and the more I'm straightforward, the closer I get to finding, that right match.
Okay. I see you kind of bundled up over there. What's the weather like in DC right now, Breeze?
Oh, bro, it's cold out here. I'm scarfed up today, bro. I'm
Okay.
scarfed up
Okay.
today.
I see
So,
you
yeah.
come prepared, man. So I
And look, and CP, look, I told y'all I'm not stuck on one thing. I know everybody heard when I said like white, black, Latino, whatever. I'm out with the homie from Texas right now. She
okay.
out here, so she
Okay,
being
okay,
crazy. She
checking
walked
in.
and
That's what's up.
she
That's
wilding.
a
But yeah,
vibe.
we having a good time though. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
man. And again, I appreciate you for checking in, Breeze. I'm gonna let you get back to it because you always in the mix of it. I'm gonna get Mark up here and let him give his perspective. Shout out to your homie from Texas checking in, and I love you, bro. We'll tap in a minute.
For sure, for sure, for sure. I'm gonna listen to Taylor. Though. I want to hear what Taylor got to
Oh
say.
yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, for
Stay
sure.
tuned in. Hey yo, hey Marcus Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Taylor, aka the married guy, the coach, and the author. Taylor, I think you disconnected your camera. I'm gonna give you a second to get that back in. But Taylor, you got a shout out already. Ashanti, who's from New Orleans, said LSU. She see your LSU sweater on, so she's shouting that out. And my mom said, "I'm glad you haven't counted it out, Kendall. If it's meant to be, it'll be. As long as you're healthy and safe, she's happy." Now, Mark,
Yeah, so hey, look, I'm finally here, man. I've been having technical difficulties, so I apologize for that, man.
hey
I'm
man,
sorry
thank you,
about
man. We're
that.
glad to have you, man. I'm just happy to have you here, brother. Thank you for checking in, and
Yes, sir.
tell us a little bit about you, Mark, who you are and what you do.
So I'm Marcus Taylor. Probably been married about 13 years. Went to school with these young men right here. I consider these guys my brother. Right now, I'm a teacher and an author. And I also make cologne on the side too. So if you want your smell goods or you want some love potions, just let me know about that.
That's right, man.
But
Mark is a Renaissance man. Go ahead, my bad, Mark.
no, you're good. You're good. I was going to say I actually wrote a book. It's called The Rules of Engagement. You can get that on Amazon if you need it. It's just a know-how about relationships.
That's right. Mark is an author. He wrote a book called The Rules of Engagement. It is on Amazon. It actually has a 4.5 out of 5-star ranking on Amazon. So you guys can go check that out. The Rules of Engagement by Marcus Taylor. Let's run those numbers up. Breon saying, "Hey fellas, they want to know your green flag." So Mark, as being the guy that's been married for, you said 13 years,
Yeah, about 14,
the
13
13
and a
going
half.
13 and a half going on 14 years. Is there any advice? Are there any secrets that you can give us, guys who potentially want to get married one day and just don't know, what to expect? Is there anything you can provide us any insight? And my mom said congratulations too, by the way, Mark.
Oh, what's up, Mama? How you doing? Long time, long time. Actually, so yeah, man. And I put it in my book, right? I think that there's no one end all be all, but I think, I call it the 5 C's. It's choices, communications, commitment, compromise, consistency, and creativity, right? You can't really have one without the other. But I think the first thing is choices, right? You have to choose you have to choose that you want to be in a relationship, and you have to choose the right person. A lot of us we're dead from the start because we choose the wrong people, right? We're not choosing for the right word, for the right, for our relationships.
Reasons for
Second,
sure.
yeah, and then second of all, it's all about communication. I think when it talks about communication, most people, when I'm talking, like when me and my wife talk, when she's talking to me, I'm not thinking about a rebuttal. I'm trying to listen to what she's saying and go ahead and think about it. Most of the time when we have communications with each other, we're trying to formulate something while other people are talking, so we never get the full grasp of what they're saying. And I think a lot of times the communication piece with that is that's why a lot of relationships mess up because again we're trying to out talk the other or outdo the other. Then you got to commit. You got to commit to being in a relationship. You got to commit to being perfect. You got to commit to the other person. Then compromise. I think compromise is everybody pretty much knows what that is, right? You have to be selfless. You got to give yourself up. Consistency. You got to be consistent in everything you do. Then you got to be creative. I've been together with my wife for 14 years, right? And the problem is when you're with somebody for a long period of time, it gets monotonous. It's the same thing over and over and over and over again. So that's why other people look for other words. Well, not other words, but you look for other people for validation, right? Because we're not being creative in our own homes. So the guy that you're always around, or the woman that's always around, when they finally give you a good compliment, or they're noticing some things that your person isn't, it's easy to jump ship.
Okay, hold on, man. Let's get some comments in there, man. Let me give you a second to breathe because they saying you preaching, Mark. You know what I'm saying? Breon is saying yes, she's agreeing with you. Shanti said you preaching. Deacon Janet said when the going gets tough, stay committed to the commitment until you find your way back. That's right. That's definitely right. Matter of fact, Deacon Janet had said something on one episode to your point about compatibility, bro. And I feel like compatibility is a lost art. People
It
are
is.
dating for the wrong reasons, and they don't have that compatibility, like say our grandparents did back in the day. So when things got hard, they had those things in common to fall back on to
Right.
help them navigate the hard times. That compatibility is very important. So yeah, Breon also said you're speaking a word right now. So that's right. So Breon and everybody else in the comments, if you like what he's saying, you could definitely go pick up the book on Amazon, Rules of Engagement by my boy, my personal friend, my brother, Marcus Taylor. And again, that's 4.5 out of 5 stars on Amazon. Somebody like it. Miss V checking in, and she said everything you're saying is so true. Breeze, what give me a green flag in dating for you. Give me some green flags that shows maybe there's potential for me and this person to take it further than just dating.
Like as far as green flags, I would say like honestly, I go back to the communication thing. For me, at this point, right, as you get older, it's just like how do you communicate? It's just being honest, right? If you can't keep it real, or if I feel like you lying, it's not going to work. So communication is super heavy. That's the first green flag for me. And the second green flag for me is like just really saying where you are in life and what you're trying to do. Give me some real expectations, right? I'm gonna give you real expectations because even if we don't like them, the thing I can respect is let me get to the no quick as possible, right? I don't really have time to be lingering, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So those are my two things: strong communication and let me know what the expectations are. Those are green flags. If you can hit those, we can make it happen.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Go ahead, Mark. Chime in.
All right, so I'm gonna piggyback off what Breeze was just saying, right? But I think one thing you need to add to it is when you're around that person, can you be yourself? Right? So many times we have to fake it because we want people to love us. But now, can you be yourself, and then that person respects who you are? Like again, if I smoke, she needs to respect the fact that I smoke. If I like watching football on Sundays, can she sit there and can she be supportive in that, or is she gonna nag me the whole time? But do I have to fake it for 6 or 7 months, and then once we get together, then I should really show who I am? Now I'm miserable, and now and again, we're all guys, and I can tell the truth. Hell, that's why some guys don't want to go home, and that's why some women don't want to go home because they're not comfortable with being with the person that they're with, for whatever reason.
That's true. That's true. Now that's a great point. If you find yourself not able to be yourself around the person that you call yourself with, that's a problem. You know what I mean? That's a very, very good point. And you're gonna look for ways to avoid that person subconsciously until it becomes conscious, until it becomes a
Right.
problem that you're confronted with. So my auntie said those are words of wisdom from a young black brother. She's loving it. Miss V said these are very important facts. Breon said she's definitely grabbing the book, Taylor, and we're gonna talk about it on our show. Our show being Clean Greens Living Radio. It's also a podcast that I co-host every Tuesday at 12:30 with Breon Scott. So you guys can check me out on there. But yeah, so Mark, what about the challenges? Like because it can't be perfect days always. So what do you do when you find yourself faced with adversity in your relationship?
Again, so we got to tell the truth, right? There's going to be a lot of things that I bring to the table that my wife is not going to like, but she can't just keep sweeping it under the rug because the more dirt she put on the rug, then it's going to be a mound, right? So, we have this thing where it's like, hey, listen, just tell me the truth at the beginning, if you like it, if you don't like it. Because I know in our relationship, you're not trying to hurt my feelings, right? But you want the best thing for our relationship. And then again, that goes with, compromising. So, but I have to be man enough and old enough to understand, hey, she don't like that, so there's some things that I need to change, right? So that's one thing that we do. Another thing when it gets challenging is we have this thing called comfortable silence. We don't have to yell at each other, and we don't have to like what each other is saying all the time, but we can still sit in the room and agree to disagree and still be amicable. You get me? And
Absolutely.
I think there's too many times where people where relationships where it's not going the way they want to, and hey, I'm gonna leave the house or I'm gonna storm and I'm gonna go downstairs. Nah, let's sit here and let's still again that's one issue that we don't agree with. Everything else we're good. So let's still sit in the room. Let's still do our normal routine. Let's watch TV. Let's watch HGTV or whatever we're watching, cooking shows or sports, and let's still get back to who we are, and not let one disagreement ruin the whole thing.
So that's a good point, man. Very, 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 very good point, man. And I listen. He knows, man. Mark 14 years in count, man. Has a very beautiful family, man. I love his wife like a sister to us, and I'm just happy that you joined us, man, and gave us some insight. My mom said Mark made a good point. Don't become so complacent that you stop complimenting and acknowledging your mate. That's very, very true. Let's see, Breeze, what you got, Breeze? I see you over there grinning. You want to add something to what Taylor dropping facts today, man. He's spitting. That boy spitting.
Hey man, sometimes you don't even got to talk. Hey, bro, over there letting it fly. So I think honestly, again, we talk a lot outside of the platform, but Mark always spitting the truth, right? He is actually, for me, he kind of give me the guidance, and honestly, he's kind of the reason why I've never counted out. It's
Right.
crazy, but when you can look up to your bro, and I don't care what I see what bro and his people's got, and so I'm like, yo, like I never counted out. And again, we had this conversation a lot, so. Hey, bro, appreciate the knowledge. Keep dropping it, bro.
Hey, I agree, Mark. You're definitely the reason why we still have hope. Me and Breeze, we talk about it all the time. So we definitely admire your relationship, and you doing something right, man. And we're happy that you got a book for these folks to go check out, man. If they want to know more, again, that's Rules of Engagement, man. I don't know you guys are waiting for it. Jump on Amazon, go grab your copy today. Breon said Breeze is a vibe and Marcus is spitting the truth. That's right, man. Hey, listen, these are my guys, man. Elliot said Mark has always been brutally honest. That's a fact. That's always been Taylor. And that's the best approach, man. He's got some great results. So the man definitely knows what he's talking about. My mom is agreeing with you. And listen, man, I know it's a challenge to be in any kind of relationship, not just an intimate relationship. And so it is important for everybody to be for real about doing the work. You definitely can't cheat the work. Be accountable, lead by example, and be the change that you want to see. Let's see, we got any more question for these guys, man. I feel like I'm taking Breeze away from the party. Breeze, every time that you mute and I see your face light up and you laugh, I feel like I'm missing out on
somebody giving him a vibe over there.
Somebody giving Breeze a vibe. Breeze living his best life, man. I don't know. Mark make a good argument for marriage, but Breeze make a good argument for being single too, man. So that's why just the both worlds going on right now. Ellie, you said, "What's up, nephews?" He's shouting y'all out, man. He know it's trouble, man. But be the validation you seek. That's right, Breon Scott checking in with be the validation you seek. I can't say that enough. Those are facts, man. And that's the reason why I am the way I am. To everybody that knows me in Seattle, iron definitely sharpens iron, man. These two guys, they definitely keep me on my toes. They tell me when I'm wrong. They don't agree with me all the time. We definitely bump heads, but I know it comes from a place of love and respect. And I wouldn't be who I am without them, man. We've been rocking for close to 30 years, guys. 30.
Tough,
hey, don't tell everybody how old we are, man. Don't do that. Don't tell everybody how old we are,
30 years is crazy. Mark, man, I want to say shout out to Kendra for letting you join tonight. I seen nephew running.
Yeah, nephew's here, but so I sent her to the Usher concert. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I catch you on the internet eating cherries, now this whole conversation goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? We delete this.
The cherries take place at the Usher concert, but that's another, to my point. I knew that. I think Kendall knew that, but the viewers probably didn't know that. And that's what I think that's also admirable, man. And very grown up, man. Sending your wife to the Usher concert, man, and taking, the night in with the kids so she can still live and enjoy herself. That's dope, man. That's beautiful. My mom said 30 years. Wow. Elliot said they are the three best friends that anyone can have. Definitely, man. These my guys, man. Yeah. And Dana in the comments, man. That's the first lady. Shout out to Mims checking in. But yeah, bro, Mark, that's super admirable, man. Because most people don't. Their relationship becomes their identity, and they don't know what to do when their partner has plans or want to do something that doesn't include them. So I think that's very mature, and that's something that people can learn from, man. Another reason to go get the book. Breeze, man, look at this dude, man. This dude is hold on, Taylor. So how the season going? Your season started in Atlanta.
Yeah,
we need to set up a tournament in Seattle. This is a Hooper City. We can make something happen.
I'll tell you what. Maybe next year, I think we'll fly out there. We can play Rainier Beach or somebody like that. This year,
boy, crawl before you walk, boy. That's Jamal Crawford.
Hey. Listen. You gotta understand now. We got nice pedigree out here, bro. If you, I mean, just talking about basketball. If you look at the last 10 years, I got 4 or 5 guys in the NBA, right? And maybe 20 guys playing Division I basketball. So, I mean, we'll be okay when we come up there. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure it's not raining. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's my guys. My mama said most husbands are jealous of Usher. That's their problem, right? Taylor, let them know.
Yeah. I'm securing myself. he can do some things that I can't do, but I can do some things that he can't do. You feel me?
All right.
You know,
Hey, Uncle E, hey, Elliot said he pulling up on you, Breeze. He said he proud of y'all boys. Breeze, he said he pulling up on you. My Aunt Mary said she definitely ordering a copy of the book, Taylor. So shout out to my Aunt Mary in Dallas. My cousin Mario in Miami said he definitely picking up the book. And I'm telling you guys, man, I got a copy myself right away. I think me and Breeze grabbed copies right away.
Absolutely.
And it's a good read. It's an easy read. It's definitely worth the purchase, man. You got the man himself right in front of you today. So and you hear him. He's spitting facts, and you're gonna find more of that in the book. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this on up, man. Breeze, thank you for checking in live from DC. What spot you at tonight, brother? Like, it looks like a totally different location.
Nah, bro. So we actually, I'm not even faking. The homie, and again, it's a part of being a bachelor, right?
Right.
The homie, she hit me up. We actually met this summer. She hit me up. She's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be in DC for a night. What's good?" I'm gonna pop out. So we've been hitting different spots. We had a mad joint. We went to Residence. We hit the AC Hotel. We gonna go down Southwest, in DC. But now that's a part of being a bachelor. She keeps trying to put her head in here. I told her we good though.
Shout out to the homie. The homie good, man. Shout out to the homie. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Shout out to you. Shout out to Texas checking in. And Breeze doing the holiday bar crawl, bar hopping, man.
Doing it. Hey, but look, tell E, I got to say this, man. E, me, Mark, and Chris, ever since we was young boys out there, he been putting it down. So shout out
he been taking care of us, man.
Yeah, man. Uncle Elliot getting his shout out today. He definitely put us in the game, man. Early, guys. My mom said,
my brother CP, man. Keep
for sure, y'all got to support all my brothers. Marcus is confident and always have been. That's what mom said. Elliot Doe says snar. Hit him up. Everybody's picking up the book. Hey, man, I love you guys, man. Taylor, thank you for checking in, man. Hopefully I can get you guys back on another episode.
Hey, yo, CP, hold on. I hate to cut you off, man, but tell Ole Miss.
Oh man,
Ole Miss.
Here we go. See, it's got to get disrespectful.
My bad.
Y'all know what it is, man. And thank you guys for checking into the series. This is the dating panel, man. All month long, man. We're gonna have people joining in to give us their perspective, dropping off their gems. And this is See-attle with Sippi every Thursday, 5:30, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. A fresh perspective on Seattle, a fresh take through the lens, through the perspective of yours truly. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for being loyal to the soil right here at See-attle with Sippi. That's my time. I'll see you guys next week.